Hi guys, welcome back to Nestor Director Tech and looking at the unbelievable world of Rob Bakshi into it. Welcome back to Nestor Director Tech to my director to my Rob Bakshi. Before I did, don't get to subscribe and click notification bells. Today I'm talking about all the films he's done, one short film he's done, and the TV shows he's done. So start. So 1972 we had Frisat, which is an American adult animated black comedy film written and directed by Rob Bakshi in his directorial debut, based on Robert Crumb's comic strip of the same name. It stars Skip Hinnant, Rosetta Lenore, John McCurry, and Phil Soling, and it made $90,700,000 budget. The film is a satire focused on American college life of the era, race relations, and the free love movement, as well as serving as a criticism of the countercultural political revolution and dishonest political activists. The film's depiction of profanity, sex, and drug use, particularly cannabis, provoked criticism from more conservative members of the animation industry, who accused Bakshi of attempting to produce pornographic animated film, as the concept of adult animation was not widely understood at the time. The Motion Picture Association of America gave the film an X rating, the predecessor of the NC-17 rating, making it the first American anime film to receive the rating, which was then predominantly associated with more art house films. The film was highly successful, making it one of the most successful independent films of all time. It earned significant critical acclaim in the 1970s for satire, social commentary, animators, although it also attracted some negative response, accusing it of racial stereotyping and having an unfocused plot, and criticizing its depiction of graphic violence, profanity, sex, and drug use in the context of an animated film. The film's use of satire and mature themes is seen as paving the way for future animated works for adults, including The Simpsons, South Park, Beavis and Butthead, and Family Guy. A sequel to 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat was produced without Crumb or Bakshi's involvement. That came out in 1972. So I think this is probably the best film he's done. Just Fritz the Cat, probably his most well-known film. So in 1973 we had Heavy Traffic, which is an American live-action adult animated drama film. And it starred Joseph Kaufman, Beverly Hope Atkinson, Frank DeCova, Terry Haven, and Marcy Dean Laurier. And it made $1 million on a $950,000 budget. Heavy Traffic was Bakshi and producer Steve Krantz follow-up from Fritz the Cat. Though producer Krantz made varied attempts to produce an R-rated film, Heavy Traffic was given an X rating by the MPAA. The film received largely positive reviews and is widely considered to be Bakshi's biggest critical success. In 1975, Yakun Skin, which is a live-action animated satirical crime film. The film references the Uncle Ruckus folk tales and satirizes the blaxploitation film genre, as well as Disney's film Song of the South, adapted from the Uncle Ruckus folk tales. And it stars Barry White, Charles Gordon, Phil Thomas, and Scatman Crothers. It made It initially received mixed reviews, later re-released under the titles Busting Out and Street Fights. Yakun Skin has since been reappraised, contextualizing the film as a condemnation of racism that the director intended, rather than a product of a racist imagination, as his detractors had claimed. A New York Times review said Yakun Skin could be Ralph Bakshi's masterpiece. Bakshi has said that he considers Yakun Skin to be his best film. Then in 1977 we had Wizards, which is an animated post-apocalyptic science fantasy film. And it starred Bob Holt, Jesse Wells, Richard Romanus, David Proval, Steve Gravers, and Mark Hamill. It made $9 million budget. The film is known for being the first fantasy film by Bakshi, a filmmaker who was previously known only for urban films such as Fritz the Cat, Heavy Traffic, and Yakun Skin. In 1978, we had Lord of the Rings, which is an animated epic fantasy film. It is based on a novel of the same name by J.R.R. Tolkien, adapted from the volumes of Fellowship of the Ring and the Two Towers, set in Middle-earth. and it stars Christopher God, William Schweier, Michael Scholes, John Hurt, Simon Chandler, Dominic God, Michael Graham, Cox, Anthony Daniels, and David Buck. It made $32.6 million, $4 million budget. Although the film received mixed reviews from critics and hostility from disappointing reviewers who felt that it was incomplete, it was a financial success. There was no official sequel to cover the remainder of the story. However, the film has retained a cult following and was a major inspiration for New Zealand filmmaker Peter Jackson. 1981, we had American Pop, which was an adult animated epic jukebox musical drama film. And it starred Rob Thompson, Lisa Jane Persky, Jeffrey Lepar, Richard Singer, and Mario Small. Made $6 million, $5 million budget. The majority of the film's animation was completed through rotoscoping, a process in which live actions are filmed and the subsequent footage is used for animators to draw over. However, the film also used a variety of other media, including watercolors, live action shots, and archival footage. And then in 1982, we had Hey Goodlooking, which is an adult animated coming-of-age comedy drama film. It stars Richard Romanus, David Proval, Jesse Wells, and Tina Bauman. All right, and it performed respectively in 400 markets and developed a cult following. The original version of the film remains unreleased, but Bakshi has allegedly disowned the released version. Then 1983, we had Fire and Ice, which is an animated dark fantasy adventure film. And it stars Susan Tyrrell, Maggie Roswell, William Ostrander, Stephen Mendel, and Steve Sandel. It made $860,000, $1.2 million budget. Then in 1992, we had Cool World, which is an adult live-action animated hybrid fantasy film. It stars Kim Basinger, Gabriel Byron, and Brad Pitt. It made $14.1 million, $28 million budget. The film received generally negative reviews from critics who lambasted the screenplay and effects, combining animation and live action, while the soundtrack and visuals received praise. Despite its poor reception, Cool World developed a cult following. Then in 2015, we had Lost Days on Coney Island, which was an adult animated short film written, produced, directed, and animated by Ralph Bakshi. It had Omar Jones, Libby Aubrey, Ron Thompson, Tina Romanus, Richard Singer, Jonathan Udis, Robert Costanza, and Joey Kamen. He is notable for being the last film that Bakshi directed and animated before he retired from animation. So in 2015, this short film, they retired from animation. Now I'm going to go through TV shows he did. He did Hector Heathcote, which was a Terry Toons anime cartoon character. He first appeared in July 1959, and this was a TV show. It aired from October 5th, 1963, September 25th, 1965. I've not seen this show. And then we had The Mighty Heroes, which is an American Saturday morning animated television series. It ran for one season, 21 episodes from 1966 to 1967. And then we had Mighty Mouse and New Adventures, which is an American animated television series. It was a revival of the Mighty Mouse cartoon character. And the quality of Mighty Mouse as compared with other 1980s animated television series, considered by animation historian Jerry Beck to have foreshadowed a higher quality animation boom coming in next decade. It was one of the first Saturday morning cartoons on CBS to be broadcast in stereo. It ran for 2 seasons, 19 episodes from 1987 to 1988. And then finally, we had Spicy World, which is an adult animated erotic cyberpunk television series, which created by Ralph Bakshi for HBO. The first of 2 adult animated series air on HBO in the same year. The series serves an anthology series in a similar format as television programs such as The Twilight Zone and Tales from the Crypt. Ran for 1 season, 6 episodes, 1997, and so yeah. And I haven't seen the shows. I haven't seen this either. So that's it, guys. Thank you much for the video. I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.